and Yasser Arafat is sitting between here. I would like to ask Abu Ammar, who sacrificed you in Lebanon? Who sacrificed you in Syria? Who sacrificed you in the rest of the world? Today, here is the man sitting, whom we all recognize as the representative of the Palestinians. Where are the Palestinians today? And Your Majesties, most humbly, I wish to point out that we claim ourselves to be Muslims. Look it in our hearts. We are black. We have double standards. For Palestinians being forsaken by Egypt, we debar Egypt for entering into Organization of Islamic Conference. Muslim, non-aligned member of this Organization of the Islamic Conference was subjugated by force by a superpower. I am their neighbor. The Organization of Islamic Conference has passed 10 resolutions. That neighbor is still there. There are friends, my brothers who are sitting here, who came and told me that I should go and shake hands with my next door neighbor because it has been held by a superpower. For them, we have that standards. For Egypt, we have a different standard. For Palestinians, we have a different standard. What kind of people are we? Is posterity going to remember the unity of the Islamic Conference from the standard that we have? Is the Muslim Conference going to be remembered for the interpretation that we have on Islam? There is no ideology in Islam other than one ideology. And that's the ideology of Islam. Islam is not divided into factions. Islam is not divided into ideologies. There's only one ideology, and that is the ideology of Sayyid. Call yourself an Arab, an Ajam, an Asian, a Turk, call what you may. But if you are Muslims, then you are followers of the Prophet. Yes, you can have a different maslik of your own, by all means. But there's a rule of the thumb, that if you believe in a maslik, believe it yourself. Don't touch the masliks of the others. There's only one ideology of Islam, and Your Majesty, most humbly, I submit that I would request this august body to very seriously consider on the question of Egypt the proposal, a very able proposal that was made by the honorable leader of the Malaysian delegation, Sayyid Ghazali, and a very, in my opinion, a very sincere, humble suggestion made by President Suko Ture. It's not the question whether Egypt should be allowed to sit here or not. It is not the question whether the Egypt should be continued to be debarred. The simple question is, this august body is an independent organ created in the name of Islam for the unity of the Muslim world. Aren't we authorized, Your Majesty, to consider even what Sayyid Ghazali has said, to review the situation? Are we the prisoners of our own rules and regulations, of our own emotions? It is just a question of review. Review it and then dump it. Nobody will say a word. But for God's sake, review it, because the things are different today. I am saying this one more point for which people do not know, and if we have double standards, and if we do not realize what it is, please consider what is good for us in totality. Please also think what is good for us individually. But do not mix the two, because we will then go down in history as unforgettable individuals, which will be not remembered in history whatsoever because they were so divided. We are talking about superpowers. Who is it that can tell me as to which is the power, which is the body, which is the authority, which has helped anybody for the sake of help? Most humbly, and I have a tremendous regard for my brother Sayyid Khaddam Hussain. Sayyid Khaddam says that we should only respect those who give in abundance. Please put it to yourself that what you have today in Syria, at what price has this been achieved? If this price was worth paying, and I'm for you, I am for Syria. If God gives me 10 more lives, I'll go and fight for Syria. I'll fight for Palestine. I'll fight for everybody else, but in the name of Islam. Not as a Pakistani, not